Good morning, everybody. So we have had nonstop rain, and I know some people are having droughts in the country. Like, the weather has just been crazy. But here in North Florida, it has literally been a monsoon. It has rained, I forget how many days straight. It's like over 10 days. It's been bad. Okay. And y'all know we moved to the country, which means a lot of mud. I think Jackson's growing. So I finished what I was saying. We moved out to the country, which means a lot of mud. We've had to get used to a few things out here with all this rain, huh? Yeah. But the property has fared well. A lot has drained off pretty good. I mean, we still have some sitting water, but nothing, considering how much rain we got, like we're okay. But that has stalled all of our outdoor projects naturally. So Nathan is starting mowing today. We want to try to get the dry areas mowed because y'all, it can get out of hand real quick.
You have to do it all today because later it's gonna storm.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so it's like.
Remember how that was all taken out, right?
Yeah, yep. And Daddy's doing a good job. So, actually, whenever I was outside earlier, I heard the chickens were like really loud. It kind of sounded like an egg call. Have you heard that? Or when they're laying an egg, they get. So I was gonna see if you double check them and see if
Yeah, I will.
There's food on the counter too for them, the bread and the strawberry scraps. Thank you. And then see if Daddy needs help. So, anyways, huh?
I'm mainly gonna ask him if I can mow.
Yeah, you just want to mow. We got schoolwork to do though. So today is, a normal school day. It's Tuesday. We've got all of that to do, plus trying to get some of the stuff done outside. Oh, and we have our study group today. So it's going to be a very busy day.
Are we going to my soccer?
No, it's canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, all practices were canceled this week. So
Even Thursday?
that's a good question. I don't know. You'd have to talk to Daddy about that. Okay, come here, Kinley. Okay, so we're gonna hit the books, get our schoolwork done, and then, I don't know if Nathan walked back there yet or not, where we want to put the play set that we got, see if that's dried out, get that area mowed, so then we can slowly start working on that. Like, there's the pretty girl. So this area is probably dry enough. So he's gonna mow that area. When it dries out, we're gonna have to fix those ruts from us in and out. And that's how come I'm parking at the street. Just get that country life. Nathan was able to burn some of our burn pile yesterday. There's a lot of boxes there. It just ends up looking horrible. We did that just when we moved in, just for convenience sake, but that is not where I want to permanently keep our burn pile, but life, but like that's just fine for now. But all that area is where it sits water, so that has all drained off, so that's good. A lot of grass to mow. There he goes. Okay, so school is done. It's a little bit later now. Our study group is in about an hour. So I am making cinnamon bread. Oven's preheated now. So I'm gonna finish getting, yes. I'm making 2 loaves of cinnamon bread, and I wasn't telling the kids, and now they're super excited. So gonna get this done. So Nathan got a good bit of mowing done outside. It looks, except for the areas like that we know are holding water, he's avoiding those areas. And then he's actually running and taking some kids to just a well check appointment. Y'all, I'm gonna miss it so much. Miley's helping me back here. I'm gonna miss it so much whenever he's back at work, which will be very soon. Oh, but he has just helped out a lot, doing the errands and doctor's appointments and anything that needs to be done. So anyways, Jackson has taken over mowing. We're just trying to get as much done as we can because it's supposed to rain again, I think this evening or tomorrow. Okay, on to the cinnamon bread. 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then I'll get to you on the milk. I'm not exactly sure how much. So this is the Dollywood Copycat cinnamon bread. I made this not too long ago, I feel like. Really good. So I doubled it to get 2 loaves, and then I'm gonna cut slits in this, is what you're supposed to do. You dump it. What is it? Okay, just set it up here. I'll see if I can fix it. Okay, you put it in the butter, cinnamon mixture, put it in your pan, you bake it, and you put icing on it. Bada boom, bada bing. So, no, I gotta cut slits on the top first. Okay, the bread's in the oven while that's baking. And I've got Addison on a lookout for it whenever it's done in the oven. I thought that I would do a little bit of mowing. Nathan got most of the front area done and a good portion of the back. There's just areas that we're having to leave because it's just too wet with the amount of rain that we got. Like, I just stepped in ants. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so got the ants off of me. I'm in flip-flops because I'm just brilliant like that. So I told them to just mow over my pumpkin patch. It was like right there. And I will try again. I keep going back and forth. Maybe I should just rest and we will just focus all of that towards spring. But there is some prep work that I could do now for spring. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. This rain really delayed things. So I haven't made up my mind yet. And this is parts for something that we should be working on very soon. Again, the rain just delayed a lot. But we've got stuff waiting for us. I'm hoping that we'll actually start on that this evening. But I think I'm about to have some fun and get a little bit mowing done myself. So Nathan also got a good portion of that area mowed. That is the side where my future raised bed garden will be. So I'm thinking this year, like, I will just fill up what beds I have with soil and plant the fall crops. Have not mowed that side yet. Oh, and I meant to say there was no eggs. So the chickens we got at the beginning of June. And they start laying at like, what, 16 weeks, right? So soon, but not today. It smells so good in here.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? Cinnamon toast bread?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want some? Okay, we gotta let it cool a little bit, okay? Look at these storm clouds. They're actually really not too bad. But it is starting to rain, but I am excited. I think this is goldenrod. Is this goldenrod? And this is the part of the fence line that we didn't finish clearing yet. So now, of course, I think I'm gonna leave that. And then down here, so I was noticing it on our roadways that I'm pretty sure is goldenrod. And last year I harvested some from our property. So I think that's goldenrod, correct? It's not in full bloom. And that, right? This isn't. The leaves are different on that than these. So last year, Nathan and I had like a date and we harvested from this corner up here. And so I wanted to keep my eye out. So now I think I'm gonna wait on, I mean, I guess I could just go around the goldenrod is probably what I'll do. Because I've been wanting to obviously finish this fence line, but it keeps on going, y'all. So I was gonna walk to this corner and see if there was any down here. Why not just walk in the rain, look for goldenrod? But I was seeing it on the roadways. I was out, I had to run an errand. And I noticed it the other day. I can't remember where I noticed it, but then I noticed them today on our way home and then on like our main dirt road. So like this is our dirt road and then there's a main dirt road. I had noticed some on there that look small like this. I don't know that I see any like just jumping out at me. That's the part where all the construction's happening. Y'all can see how much thinner it's getting. Huh? Yeah. There's an old gate there. That's not ours. But we do have like an easement, huh?
I can see the track.
Yeah, you can go and look.
You come?
Yeah. Okay, I think I do actually see goldenrod back there. So I want to make sure, that I harvest some and dry it. Can use it for some different things. There's the duck. Say hi, ducks. Hi, chickens. He is very loud. It's like once his buddies went missing, he got very loud all of a sudden. Okay. It only looks like I guess it's going to sprinkle, which is nice. The property's drying out very well. I thought that maybe we could finish the mowing in the areas that are higher that we couldn't get to. But we haven't gotten to it yet because life and errands and all the stuff that you have to take care of. You don't always have the time to get to everything, right? Okay, I gotta run back inside. I've been sitting here moving these things around and I think I finally have a vision for my garden. So I shared in a previous video of getting the Land Guard garden beds, which I will put a link to that below. Absolutely love them. I haven't filled them yet, but I know that they're going to work great. But I've had this vision for what I wanted my big garden to look like, and it's something like, it's like a 5-year plan. But sometimes I get kind of stopped in my vision because it doesn't like work exactly perfectly the way that I'm thinking about it. So I've started I'll stare at it from the window, so you can see this directly from the living room window. And then my idea is once we have the front porch, it's angled like perfectly that the front porch will be facing the big garden. And I want to have this big like arched, I can't think of words right now, an arched trellis to have like roses growing up at arbor. Hey, we can walk through. That will center, and direct you to the garden. Last night I had it all kind of came together for me. I've said this to y'all many times. I'm very visual, and just some things were kind of stopping me, but I think I got it all now. I want to like draw it up. But that is one starting point, is those beds right there. And then I've got these other beds too that we are going to use that Mr. Larry, Miss Jeannie gave us. So excited about those too. So, been moving them all around. Got to get some soil and fill it up. But I like just sitting here on this crate and just dreaming of what's to come. Like we'll get those done and filled and planted. And then, just each year my plan is to just build, 1 or 2 big beds and then, just add to it each year as we can. I really do have this vision for this entrance to the garden that I'm hoping that maybe we can work on this fall. We'll see if that happens, but I have the hopes for it. I just love, all things gardening, planting, like seeing the goldenrod pop up. I kind of get sad though, because that means that summer is coming to an end when you see the goldenrod pop up. But it's good because seasons are good. The winter allows us to rest. We're not even into fall yet, and I'm already talking about winter, but it just makes us rest, which is a good thing. I just look forward to the spring garden so much. So all that to say, yes, today's the next day. So we had our study group yesterday, and our friends actually stayed until dinner time. They had dinner with us, and it was a nice time hanging out after all the schoolwork was done. But we worked for a couple hours. I think it was 2.5 hours. She takes the high schoolers and I take the middle schoolers, and it's just working out beautifully. So this is for our co-op sciences and electives that we are able to get it done together, basically. So she sits down and gets the work done and teaching it to the high schoolers, and I take the middle schoolers. So it's just working out really good. But they ended up leaving later last night, and today we had our normal school day, got all of that done, and then we had to run some errands home. I got chicken on to boil now, but it's also Wednesday, so we got to get to church. I'm gonna make chicken taquitos for dinner. But while Nathan and I were out running this quick errand, that's whenever I saw the goldenrod on the side of the road. I was talking about something that aggravated me, and I was like, it just gets me in my goat. And Nathan's like, what are you talking about? Have y'all ever heard that saying? Is that a Southern thing? It gets me in my goat. And he was like, I do not understand that at all. So it was just funny. So I actually like Googled what it meant, and it does mean an annoyance to you. But apparently goats used to be thought of to calming horses down. And that's where the phrase get me in my goat came from. And Nathan's like, that doesn't make sense at all. It was just something that we laughed about. It was pretty funny. And the other thing, while we were driving on our errand, he had one of those songs, like the customized songs that you can make or have made, playing. And I was hearing like a couple of things. I actually was honestly distracted because a friend was texting me. And finally I was like, what is that? And so he did not record my reaction. So I don't know if y'all have seen this or not. I've seen it like on Instagram or like an ad for it. So these people will just play a customized song, but you record their reaction. And I said that to Nathan. Was like, you totally should have recorded my reaction. And he was like, well, I couldn't play the song from my phone and record your reaction. I was like, that's true. But it was just really sweet. I was like, that is such a good idea. So he said that you just input, well, one, what type of music you like, and if you want male or female singer, and then just like some key points and some highlights and like an inside joke. And so it was just perfect. I just really loved it, and it did surprise me. And so we had to play it again, and it was just neat. Like, you know, we've been married now 21 years, and it was just a sweet, different thing. So there's a fun gift idea for the person who's hard to buy for, or your spouse. And then I think it's also fun, like catching them off guard, and like he did me. I mean, we were just running errands, and I was like, wait a second. I was like, did that just say? And I was like, is this one of those songs? And he was like, yeah. So then he was like, but you've missed like half of it. I was like, oh, sorry. So he was like, I'll start it over. And he played it again. But okay. Back to reality. I could just sit out here all day. It is starting to sprinkle again. And you go check on the chicken. Get that going. Wednesdays are hard because I just have to get dinner just so, you know, get it done in time to leave for church. But walk over here and just dream a little more before I got to go inside and make dinner. So I thought this was funny. So the kids set this up before the monsoon came, you know, and this is how much grass has grown since the monsoon. And Nathan mowed all this yesterday and just obviously didn't move these things. The kids lined these up and were playing choo-choo train in them, which I just thought was so cute. So I'm thinking right here, I want to build like a covered sitting area, just 4 posts and a roof. That's all. In the center of the garden. I just think that would be super cool. And then that will be there, obviously. And the gate arbor will be kind of where that milk crate is. That's why I'm sitting there, so I can just stare and excuse the mess. But then the house will face, you know, the garden. I think that'll be really pretty. That's some cardboard that I've got to throw away from Camden's gift. So Camden's gift was delivered when we were doing those study groups. So his birthday is the end of September. And it was delivered outside because it was a big box. And they opened it and I was busy doing school, so he saw it. So we just gave it to him. It's like, it's fine. So he really liked that. He was like, it's my birthday. This is my gift. So he's been out here playing in his little truck. I just have a fondness towards the Little Tykes toys. Little People, isn't Little People Little Tykes? I think so. Those are just my favorite from my childhood, honestly. And then a Cozy Coupe car is just one of my favorite things too. So we got this for him. I just think they are just so fun. I honestly always wanted to get one for all the other kids. We have a couple that I found at thrift stores, and we've had those for years and years. They just are durable and last forever. But this is like a truck one. So he is loving that. Nope, forgot to turn off the oven. Okay, dinner is done. Got taquitos, rice, and you know what? I meant to heat up black beans. We had black beans last night. We obviously eat those a lot. And we have some left over in the fridge, so I meant to get those out, but I forgot. Okay, this is the recipe for chicken taquitos. It is super easy. Like once you have the chicken cooked and shredded, easy peasy from there. Simple ingredients, cream cheese, seasonings, cilantro, and shredded cheese, and that's it. It is so good. I actually got this from Doug's wife. That is a friend of mine here on YouTube. So I will actually link her video that I got that from. I have been making these for, I don't know, a couple years now, and it's become a family favorite. They're seriously so good. We were talking this morning. I was like, I'm still in a cooking rut, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I feel like I'm in a million different directions, you know, all the time, which is just life with a big family and all the things. And I'm just like, dinner again. What do I make? And so I was trying to think. We had tacos last night. We had spaghetti or goulash the night before. You know, like I did my staples. Anyways. And I was like, oh, the taquitos. Because I have been making them more often. But that's because the kids and Nathan was like, why don't you make these more often? Like, we love them. So anyways, I was like, oh, what about those taquitos? And everybody was like, yes. So I was thinking of just making biscuits and gravy. but the sausage is frozen, and then I'd have to make biscuits from scratch. Anyways, this is what I ended up with, is we made the taquitos. It's good. Everybody will be happy. Wednesdays is just hard because, like, you know, focusing on school and having to run the errands this afternoon too, kind of. I mean, I got it done. It's not that big a deal. What time is it? It's 5:41. I'm doing good. What am I complaining about? I got it all done. I got the big stuff washed. We're doing good. So we're going to eat dinner. I'm going to end this video here. I feel like I've been rather chatty in this video, talking about all the things, my garden plans. I don't know. I enjoy sharing that stuff with y'all. I know several of y'all enjoy the same things that I do as well. So it's just fun sharing this. And doesn't that just look so good? I didn't. And once I get it decorated up top, it'll look really good too. So, okay. I will stop rambling today. Thank you guys so much for listening to me and being there. And I hope that you all are doing well. And we will see y'all in the next video.